Something unexpected is happening with men, and almost nobody saw it coming. For decades, men were told self-care was soft, unnecessary, even embarrassing. Real men didn't moisturize. Real men didn't talk about stress. Real men just pushed through it. But in the last few years, something flipped. Men started investing in themselves in a way the world has never seen before. Skincare, grooming, fitness, recovery, therapy apps, coaching, retreats. Not as a joke, not as a trend, but as a real, serious shift in what it means to be a man. And the most surprising part, it's working. The global men's personal care market has exploded past $90 billion. Not because companies forced it, but because men chose it. What used to be a bathroom shelf with nothing but deodorant and shaving cream has turned into moisturizers, serums, beard oils, sunscreen, fragrances, and even subtle cosmetics. Not to hide, but to feel confident, to feel sharp, to feel in control. Younger men are leading the charge. In just a few years, the number of men under 35 willing to buy skincare and cosmetics jumped dramatically. And it's not vanity, it's psychology. Because when a man looks better, he feels better. His confidence rises, his mood improves, his presence changes. It's not makeup, it's maintenance. Social media lit the fuse. Hashtags like men's skincare skyrocketed into hundreds of millions of views. Influencers started showing their routines with zero shame. And suddenly, self-care wasn't unmanly, it was normal. It was smart. It was leadership over your own life. Companies noticed. Dollar Shave Club and Harry's stopped selling just razors and started building full lifestyle brands. Even legacy brands like Axe and Dove Men Plus Care abandoned the old macho marketing and replaced it with something more real: authenticity, wellness, feeling good instead of just smelling loud. But the shift doesn't stop at the bathroom sink. Gyms have changed too. Fitness used to be about one thing: muscle. Bigger, stronger, tougher. Now it's just as much about mental health, stress relief, confidence, recovery, longevity. Fitness programs are openly talking about anxiety, burnout, discipline, and emotional resilience. Men aren't just lifting weights, they're lifting the weight of their lives. Exercise isn't just physical anymore. It's a coping mechanism. It's therapy with dumbbells. Even barbershops, the oldest male ritual, are evolving. They're turning into community hubs. Some barbers are being trained in mental health first aid because research shows men are more likely to confide in a barber than a doctor or therapist. Think about that. A haircut used to be a chore. Now it's connection, it's belonging, it's brotherhood disguised as grooming. And it goes further. Men are signing up for retreats, workshops, coaching programs, and support groups, adventure camps, mindfulness weekends, business mentorship, emotional resilience courses. Not because they're broken, but because they're finally allowed to grow. This is the real shift. Men are no longer waiting until their lives fall apart to take care of themselves. They're taking responsibility early. They're investing in their skin, their bodies, their minds, their confidence, their circles, their identity. They're realizing that taking care of yourself doesn't make you weak. Neglecting yourself does. The old version of masculinity said, don't ask for help. Don't worry about how you look. Don't talk about stress. The new version says, handle your business. Take care of your health. Build yourself up. Become someone solid. Self-care isn't feminine. It's foundational. When a man feels sharp, clean, disciplined, and confident, he performs better everywhere: work, relationships, goals, life. Looking good isn't the goal. Feeling strong is. Feeling present is. Feeling alive is. The truth is, men have been suffering quietly for years. Loneliness, depression, burnout, directionlessness, and self-care became the doorway back into themselves. It gave men permission to take ownership without shame, to participate in their own well-being instead of pretending they don't need it. Modern masculinity is no longer about being bulletproof. It's about being built. Built on effort. Built on discipline. Built on improvement. Built on taking yourself seriously. There's nothing childish about skincare. There's nothing soft about therapy. There's nothing weak about recovery. It's maturity. It's strength. It's leadership over your life. And the men who embrace it are starting to rise. They look better. They feel better. They connect better. They show up better. Because a man who invests in himself becomes someone others respect, follow, and believe in. This trend isn't about products. It's about identity. Men are finally understanding that the best version of themselves, found by grinding until they break butt, by taking care of the machine that carries them through life. And the message is simple. You don't have to fall apart to deserve improvement. You can start now. Self-care isn't a trend. It's the new foundation of masculinity. The world doesn't need men who are exhausted, numb, or running on fumes. It needs men who are focused, confident, healthy, and grounded. So take the time, take the routine, take the investment, not to impress anyone else, but to become a man who feels good in his own skin. Because when you take care of yourself, everything in your life gets stronger. Thank you for watching.